Hello, Jamie Goode here, winearc.com, tasting some wine on camera. And tonight's theme is Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir is one of my favourite grape varieties. It's capable of incredible elegance and detail and all the sorts of things I like in wine. Pinot seems to capture when it's good. But the problem with Pinot is often it's very expensive. It's not a cheap grape to grow. It's quite tricky to grow. So you can end up spending a lot of money. It's a bad habit to get. When you get the Pinot habit, then you're in trouble. So I've got a selection of affordable Pinot Noir tonight from various sources, and I'm going to try them on camera and tell you what I think. I'm going to start with this first one, which is called Pinot Noir 2016 Mr. Noir, and this is from Virgin Wines, $11.99, 14% alcohol, and it's from South Australia. So I suspect this is like a sort of private label blend specifically for Virgin, but at £12 it's not cheap. It's Pinot terms, it's affordable. And I don't know who sources it and where it's come from, but I really like the nose. It's spicy. It's got a tiny bit of lift. You know, that sort of tiny bit of VA that's not excessive, but that just lifts the aromas so that you get more character from the wine. Bit of splashback there. Juicy, fresh, cherries, raspberries, lots of complexity, and there's a sort of slightly autumnal, undergrowthy complexity there that adds some interest to this wine. And it's got sweet fruit. It's ripe and appealing, but there's more to it than just the sweet fruit. So for me, this is a very effective wine. Appealing, well balanced. And that little lift of VAs is it's not bad, you know, it's something that adds a little interest to the wine. So I think overall this is a winner, and a good job with that. So the first wine passes the test. £12 well spent. Let's go to Pinot Noir. This is also from Australia. It's a 2016 vintage. This is from Southeast Australia. So normally you think Pinot Noir from Southeast Australia. It takes in a lot of the hot irrigated regions, so you think this is going to be a disaster. This is £8.50 from Obbins, and it's produced by Off-Piste Wines, and it's bottled in the UK as well, so this would be like bulk shipped. And you're thinking, all the cues here are making me think this is an inexpensive wine. It's not going to be very appealing, but let's see. It's really good. It's kind of it's not the world's greatest Pinot Noir. This is not Grand Cru Burgundy, although not all Grand Cru Burgundy is fantastic. What I'm saying is it's not the greatest Pinot Noir in the world, but it's very nice. It's delicious. It's got lovely soft texture. It's smooth, but it's not overly sweet. It's not like it just dumped a load of sugar in there to sweeten it up, to fool the punters. I mean, there may be a bit of sugar in there, but overall, this has got some balance. It's got some Pinot character. It's soft, it's smooth, it's smashable. It's not my favourite ever wine, but this is perfectly good drinking. And I think for Pinot Noir, for £8, was it £8.50? I think it's £8. For £8, this is a, you know what? It delivers. It's perfectly acceptable, and is actually quite nice. So that's a winner as well.
The orange. Oh, sorry.
Okay. That looks very good. Sorry, my sister's just asking me an impression on her dress for the wedding tomorrow. She's not getting married, but she's going to a wedding. I think go red, definitely. That's a very good look, a strong look.
I think red. You don't like the orange though.
I like the orange as well. The orange is kind of quirky. Maybe it's more quirky. But I think maybe the red could be. I just think it's a more classical combination. Yeah.
Red.
I think red. Yeah.
Okay.
The orange isn't. The orange just clashes with the skin a bit, I think.
Okay. So red.
It's fantastic. Yeah, it's really good.
It's alright for a wedding, isn't it?
Perfect.
I know it's black, but
No, it's really good. It's lovely.
yeah.
So, wine number 3. We're going to Germany. We're going to the Pfalz region of Germany.
Red, not orange.
And this is Hans Speer Pinot Noir 2016 from the Pfalz. And this is from Tesco. And the good news about this is it's like cheap. This is £7. A £7 Pinot, can it be good? Can it? What do you think? Yeah, it's not super complex, but it's just 12% alcohol. That's cool. Like that, 12% is good. It's fresh. It's got some green, sappy, herbal character, some bit of leafiness. And the greenness there works perfectly well in context of the sweetness of the fruit, because there's a nice sweet red cherry raspberry fruit here. It's a bit sappy. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best Pinot. But it tastes like Pinot, and it's not tricked up too much. It's just a good, supple, sappy, delicious, quaffable Pinot Noir. So for me, that price, I'd be, happy to drink that. So far, the strike rate hasn't been bad, because cheap Pinot can be terrible. These wines are not terrible. They're actually quite nice. So moving on to wine number 4. We shall go to Chile. Now, Chilean Pinot has often been like, it's the place you go where you're really, really skint. You run out of money, you're poor, but you still want some Pinot Noir. And Chile can give you Pinot Noir that's cheap as chips and still tastes sort of like Pinot Noir. So, here we are, Corte Marcello Pinot Noir from Conchitoro. So, big producer, but this from Limeri. Limeri is interesting. Limeri has some limestone, and there's a bit of limestone subsoil here. Red clay topsoils, limestone subsoils, and that could be interesting for Pinot Noir. Also, not too far from the coast, and it's a slightly cooler climate. So, the quality cues are aligning slightly. It's not your Central Valley hideous Pinot Noir. This is, proper Limeri. Bit of limestone, very sexy soil limestone, Pinot Noir. So this is what it's like. And this is Wine Society, £8.50, so affordable. There's some intensity to the fruit here. There's some sweet fruits here. There's also a strongly savoury character. It's like a cedar, spice, dried herbs, and that savoury character is kind of wrestling with the fruit in a nice sort of way to stop it just being a fruity, simple Pinot Noir and adding a little bit of complexity. It's a bit of tannin, bit of acid too. It's quite a thought-provoking, food-friendly Pinot Noir. It's not brilliant, it's not magical, it won't transport you to another astral plane, but it has some fruit, and it has a bit of non-fruit complexity, which is what we really long for in Pinot. We don't just want a wash of fruit, although we do need the fruit to carry all the other elements. I think there's a really attractive character to this wine, and I think it's really good. I drink this. So, surprisingly, 4 cheap Pinots in, and I've said nice things about all of them. So 2 to go. Let's go to France. This is Olivier Dubois Pinot Noir, Cuvée Prestige, whatever. 12.5% alcohol, promising. Vin de France, maybe not so promising. And this is from Majestic, and this wine is, I think, about £8. I've kissed a few southern French frogs in the past, when it comes to Pinot Noir. So let's see what this is like. It's pretty balanced. There's this quite distinctive stony, mineral, savoury edge that meshes well with the ripe, sweet fruit. It's not complex. It's not fantastic, but it's pretty good. It tastes like Pinot, sort of more or less. I have no idea where the grapes come from. It doesn't give any clue on the back. It says it's a true reflection of the Pinot Noir grape. Aromas of red currants and cherries are complemented by a velvety texture and refreshing mouth-watering finish that proves very Moorish. Yeah, I mean it's not bad. I mean it's really not that bad. It tastes like Pinot. It's really effective for the price. I mean, they've done a good job here. And this is, of the many Southern French wannabe Pinots I've tried, this is really up there with the best. I think it's a good, solid wine. And so, hats off to this one. So we're lining them up. I think 5 pretty good Pinots so far. To the last one. This is Tesco Finest Yarra Valley Pinot Noir 2016. And this is from De Botoli. Their winemaker Steve Weber is a very thoughtful guy. He's a good winemaker. And De Botoli in the Yarra Valley are able to produce really good, inexpensive Pinot Noirs. This is actually not the cheapest, and this is £11. So this is one of the 2 more expensive wines in this lineup. And it's really nice. What I quite like is that what I find with Yarra Pinot sometimes is it's like sort of ginger, herb, cedar, savoury spiciness that adds a very savoury dimension to the fruit. The fruit here is juicy and brisk, a bit grippy. We have raspberries, berries. Not a showy wine. It's kind of a wine that has this savoury side to it. It's got restraint. It's complex, quite balanced. Probably more of a food wine than a quaffing wine. And it's, you know, for the price, it's £11 is not insignificant. But it sort of delivers. It delivers what you'd expect from that price. It's a good wine. It's a really nice sort of Tuesday night wine. But it's not Grand Cru by any standards. But I'm quite impressed with what they've done with this. It's lovely. So this sneaks in as a success. So of these 6 wines, I think all of them have some merits. And it shows the strides that have been made with Pinot Noir of late. Because Pinot Noir used to be so hit and miss. It used to be so difficult to do Pinot Noir well. But people are kind of getting it, I think, and they're understanding that it's a great variety you want to run with its strengths. And the strength of Pinot Noir is it can produce lighter style, balanced, elegant, refined red wines with beautiful perfume and lovely fruit. It's not a grape that produces big structured wines very easily, and to try and make the foot fit the slipper by producing these big structured wines from a grape that doesn't easily do that, I think is a huge mistake. So anyway, in summing up, 6 really enjoyable wines. Not the best wines in the world, but we're kind of bottom feeding. We're shopping with a restricted budget here, but it's great that people can get a taste of Pinot, whatever their budget. And so thanks for watching. See you next time.